Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Paul. I'm back with another live. I know it's been a few days since I did one, but things have been busy. I said I would pop up when I can. Um, First, I want to thank everybody watching after the fact. I truly appreciate it because I did see in my analytics that the last live we did, there were quite a few of you watching it after the fact, which was pretty cool. I think I saw like almost an average of 15 to 20 minutes per view. So that's pretty awesome that you guys watched this after the fact and enjoyed it enough to keep watching. I know lives can be hard to watch later because, you're not in the moment and you're not able to, participate with the chat. So I truly appreciate everybody that's watching this after the fact. Thank you. It is definitely helping me get to those YouTube pennies and get those hours. What's up, Tommy? Yeah, 420p. Definitely. You know it. Yeah, I set up the GoPro and I was looking and I saw on StreamYard you had the multiple options on which resolution for the camera. Usually I go with standard, which was at 420. I chose the higher one this time. See how long the GoPro can last. I know it likes to heat up sometimes, but it said 780. So I don't know. How's the quality today? That was an interesting conversation, though. Lucky Seven, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you could stop in. Yeah, I got a lot to do today, actually, for my regular job. So I'm going to be working on some of that and just chatting with you guys as I work on it and people come in and want to talk. I mean, nobody else was on, so I just figured I'd take the time slot and do it. It does, Tommy. Clearly says 1080p on the GoPro webcam software. It does. I know that. I've seen it. I'm not sure what John was talking about or if, yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, everything I've seen with the GoPro, it says 1080, and that's part of the reason why I bought it. But yeah, StreamYard, we'll see what they process it at. Mile High Hustlers, hey, how are you guys? You're multitasking over there and have a lot of mail going out today, eBay and Amazon. That's awesome. About how many packages do you guys have going out? I had a slow day yesterday, only one package going out. I've already got that ready to go. Just some Christmas ornaments. So I've been kind of slow on listing the last week or two. Ed, hey, how are you, buddy? How you doing? I think he was trying to get some affiliate link sales. You never know. You never know. Does he have the links in his description of the video? I actually haven't even looked. Usually when I look at descriptions and see the affiliate links start is when I stop looking at people's descriptions. I don't think I've actually ever bought anything off of a YouTube video through the affiliate links. There's some products I might go back and buy after the fact. But I've never actually done it while watching a video. Probably because I like to research things after the fact and see if the product's actually going to be good for me or not. Doing good. Oh, about 30 today. That's awesome. Lucky 7. Today's slow, just 4. Usually around 20 plus. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a slower day. Usually I average anywhere from 1 to 4. I've only got about 200 listings on eBay and only about 40 of them cross-posted to Mercari and Facebook. So I average 1 to 4. There's been some days lately with the holidays that I could be up near 10. But typically it's anywhere from 1 to 4. Good at the regular job doing drafts on my LP catalog. I love having my own office. Yeah, that was the nice thing when I was in the office. I had my own, so I was able to do kind of whatever I want while I was doing the job. Or if I just felt like doing something else, I could do it. I saw you earlier. You were talking about that. You like to do your drafts on List Perfectly. How much more time does that take? I like to do Sell Similar on eBay, and then I import it from List Perfectly. Like just click on the link in eBay and then kick it out to wherever I want it to go. It just seems quicker to me because I always use Sell Similar. Hey, Tracy, how are you? How late did you guys go last night? Tommy, I don't anymore. I bought some penis enlargement pills off Krillin's links and they didn't work. Ed had no sales yesterday. Wow. The weekend had 10. I'm sure the eBay promotion I did for Black Friday and Cyber Monday helped. All right. Yeah, I did. For Cyber Monday, I did 20% off on like plush, toys, things like that. Didn't do much for me. I don't really think the sales do much on eBay unless you're already ranked super high in the search. If you're not ranked, nobody even sees that you have a sale. At least that's what I think. Misha, how are you? Good to see you. How are you today? For Ed, for me to do the actual draft on LP takes about minutes if I can enter information quick. So I usually do, and the cross post I can do in less than 4 minutes. All right. Do you do the research beforehand before you do it on List Perfectly? That way you already know the prices and everything that you can comp it out at and then sell it for? Or you just kind of come up with a price that you're interested in selling it at? Bartermania, how are you? Congratulations on your win this week. My team completely shit the bed, and you guys crushed the crap out of me. I'm a huge Giants fan, but I did not expect them to embarrass Jalen Hurts like they did and to have an outcome like that. 2 minutes to make the draft? Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, Jennifer, I'm live. Nobody else was on, and just felt like wasting some time while I do some work. So figured I'd jump on and get some of these hours. I'm now under 1,500 hours. As of this morning, it's at 1,497. So a lot to go. My 1 year anniversary is in 2 weeks, so I will start having some hours drop off. So I'm going to try and push over these next couple weeks. I will never look at the clock at night. You're thrifting. All right. Well, hopefully you find some good stuff today. You can make the listing on eBay, then import to LP and send it out. That's what I do. I wish I could make myself list perfectly directly. Yeah, that's what I do, Tommy. I like doing sell similar and having a lot of stuff already pre-populated for me on eBay, and then just double check it and make any changes instead of doing absolutely everything in the listing. Roman, how are you? Go Browns. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was an interesting weekend of football for sure. There's been so many upsets the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you were enjoying that Bengals Steelers games, though, weren't you, Roman? Oh, wow, Jennifer. I'm closer than you. Wow. Mo, what's going on, Mo? How are you? Sorry I didn't text you this morning, but glad to see you saw it and were able to stop in. We went until like 3:30 a.m. Had a guest pop on from England. Okay. We went too long. Wow. Yeah, that's a long show for a Tuesday night for you guys. That really is. Oh, man. What's up, Cameron? How are you? You got everything packed up and getting ready for work now, I'm guessing? Yeah, I hope Tracy finds something awesome too. Warcraft, Ohio, how are you? Congrats on your Funko Pop win earlier. That's what it was that you won, right? Yeah, Roman, I'm surprised Tommy's up. I definitely am. I didn't think I'd see Tommy today till the Philly beaches at 1 o'clock. That was the back hair, Mo. Yeah. Did your wife actually do that for you? Yeah, I had to do something with Chuba. I thought I had him already. I guess somebody else did and then cut him because I had him in my other two leagues. But I definitely had to put that claim in just with all the injuries and everything. And then I've got a bye week this week with two of my guys missing. Really just setting it up for the playoffs so to have the depth. So it's nice to have him and Madison on my bench. Oh, you can fix the Browns, Roman. Okay. What would you do to fix the Browns? Cameron's almost at work. All right. Roman hasn't gone to bed yet. Tommy hasn't gone to bed yet. All right. You do the research first, find a sold listing with a title that I like, copy to LP, then I upload photos, enter the info yourself, the price again. Okay. And then that's it. To me, it's way easier and fast in my opinion. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that, Ed. I like your last video. I'm definitely interested to see you actually go through the entire process and shows how you do it. Some banana. Oh, you got. Oh, well, I don't know so much about congratulations. I'm not a moon pie fan. And then seeing the different flavors like banana, I don't know. But hey, a win's a win, right? Completely going, Tommy. I'll be smooth as a baby for 24 to 48 hours. Whew. If it grows back that quick, Mo, how bad is it after a year that it's yearly? Roman, Tommy sleeps with his microphone from the live just in case he needs to wake up and start the live again. That might be how he wound up on that other show the other day. Jen's ready for a nap. Tommy and Krillin made a late night run for the border. I'm pretty sure of that, yeah. I say yes, please tell me how you'll fix my Browns. There you go, Roman. Somebody wants your ideas. Give them to him. The drunken super chats, Mo. That was a fun live yesterday, Mo. I had a good time being on with you guys, and was glad I was able to stay longer than I usually am when I pop on your show. I think I was on for almost a good hour, which is pretty fun. Hope you guys enjoyed your birthday. What's up, Bobby? No problem. I just would rather beat the Eagles than you guys, actually. I hate the Eagles more lately. Just, a lot of the fans. And living here, it was nice to hear the Eagles fans kind of shut up. I knew if they had beat us and were within one game of your Cowboys, things would have been unbearable around here again. So, yeah, I'm very happy the Giants got that win. But that hindsight, what if, is killing me because the Giants do have those two games where they won or they lost on a walk-off field goal. So to me, it's just like, what could have been if they actually hit those field goals? What kind of different season would they be having right now? Yeah, no problem, Ed. I always like to go around, show support. It gives me something to do as well. So, yeah, I'll definitely stop in as much as I can. Krillin would have us killed in 12 hours after offending everyone in Mexico. Wow, Tommy, you're actually giving him 12 hours? 12? Krillin might be able to do that a lot quicker. Paul, make a really long playlist so I can have it playing at work so you can get those watch hours. I believe I actually have one playlist that actually has all of my pre-records in it already. Another thing you could do too is when you go to the channel page on the upload, you can actually hit play all, and that'll just create a playlist and you could watch a person's entire playlist. You don't want to know. Warcraft, I'm so pissed off with them. They always make impossible things possible. They do. That's the Browns. That's why they are the butt of all jokes in the NFL. Detroit may be winless, but the butt of the joke is still usually the Browns because they just do Browns things. It's like the Mets in baseball. They just always find a way to screw it up. I know, Ed. We've had that talk before. Okay, if I pass out, I'll see you in another chat. Yeah, no problem, Tommy. I'm sure my voice in one tone will probably put you to sleep pretty quickly. Yeah, that's the big thing with the Giants is staying healthy. They just are so injury prone. If Krillin goes to Mexico, he'll become a drug lord. All right, Roman. Odell is the only football player that I collect his cards, and now he's gone. My son is a big Odell fan. He started rooting for the Browns when Odell got traded there. He hasn't started rooting for the Rams yet, but he follows Odell wherever he goes. He just really likes Odell. I liked him as a Giant, but wasn't as high on him as a lot of people are. I know, the sports guys. Okay, cool. I have to do the outside part of my job in about an hour. I'll leave your videos playing on my work computer. All right, sounds good. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. Warcraft is heading towards 550 subs. Yeah, I saw that earlier. You're about what, 518, 528, something like that? Yeah, good luck. Keep it moving. Roman says they will win after the bye week. Okay. Odell sucks and done. I wouldn't say he sucks, Roman. He just, I don't know exactly what to say about him. But I think teams kind of focus a little too much on him instead of the players they have. And then it turns into, he gets extra coverage and all that stuff. And it just, then it leads to the headaches because he's not doing what he thinks he should be able to do as a player. So after the holidays, I was kind of slacking a little bit with work, and Yes, I got quite a bit of stuff to do. Today I'm actually going to be building out a high school and middle school in our software program. So if I get quiet at times, that's because I'm looking at that. So I know to even try to go Odell at rooms. Yeah, he's a headache. I wouldn't say he's washed up. He's just a headache. But a lot of good wide receivers are. They want the ball in their hands. But yeah. So how was everyone's Cyber Monday? Did everybody do well? Did they do better than they thought they would? Worse? For myself, I had about 10 sales. Was it 10? No, it was 6. I wish it was 10. It was 6 sales, 3 on Facebook Marketplace, 3 on eBay. Nothing big, only about $100, but I was happy with that because for a Monday, to sell that on a Monday, that's a lot more than I would normally do. Have you thought of doing a sports podcast, or has that been suggested yet? A lot of people have started to suggest that, especially after my last couple of lives where we have gravitated towards sports some. And I've been thinking about it. I kind of like this reselling channel. And I do like doing the reselling content. So that's going to continue. I was debating on whether or not to make a second channel where I will do the sports. The funny thing is this channel is actually called The Flipping Sports Guy. But what I might do is just do like a FSG Talk Sports, or make this one, change the name to like FSG Resells, and then the other one Flipping Sports Guy. I don't know. I got to think about that, but I don't want to completely change this channel over to all sports because I've got 1,000 subs already. If I switch it right over, I will lose a lot of people. So I don't quite want to do that. Oh, man. Roman. Okay. I don't know about that. It's horrible. I had no sales at all, which is strange. Wow, Ed, that's crazy. Yeah, I actually had a better Monday than I did the entire weekend. So I was happy with that because I had a slow weekend. Cameron's was average. Hey, Shay, how are you? Glad you were able to take care of Jake and get him into health so he can be on your live tonight, would you? Oh, Jake just always makes everything funnier. Warcraft only sells sports cards on the tube on Saturday nights. Claim style. We have a great time. Yeah, I was watching some of the replays of yours. I got to try and get in there on an actual Saturday night. I don't really buy any sports cards on YouTube. I should look into it because I've heard some people say they get some really good deals, especially if there's not a lot of viewers in the chat. But I definitely got to get out there and show a little support. Saturday nights are just tough for me. Usually in the evening, I'm spending time with the family and then don't really go on the tube till late night once Tommy and Tracy go on. Mo did okay leading up to money and then had an okay sales day. Okay. Roman, honestly, I would listen to y'all even though I don't care sports. You would be calming to listen to and go on about it. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for something that's background noise while you're doing work, a lot of times do we even care what's on? Like we hear bits and pieces, but we don't hear everything that's going on. So that can make sense. And some people can't stand sports at all. So unfortunately, you're right. You might lose a lot of subs. I am too. I just don't understand when people talk about it. Yeah, it's just like when everybody makes a drastic change in their channel, you're going to lose a lot of the people that watched you for what you were when they subbed. I mean, that's just the way of life, the way of YouTube. But yeah, I think if I do anything like sports talk, it'll be more on another channel. Because once I get my hours, I'm going to go back to focusing on growth of the channel again. Right now, I just kind of want to get the hours and get that over with and then just not have to worry about any of that anymore. Just worry about growing the channel at that point. I could definitely see that, Roman. I could definitely see us arguing a lot. With the way we go back and forth in chat, just joking around each other, I could definitely see that with sports. That could make for a good show, actually. Start 11 p.m. Eastern, late night. Oh, yeah, 11 p.m. Oh, so there could be some good deals with your sales. LAG, what's up, buddy? How are you? Glad you could stop in. Just chatting with everybody while I do a little bit of work at my full-time job. How's your day going, Lag? What is going on? Misha's background noise is usually Seinfeld. I have it memorized, not trying to hear reseller drama anymore. Reseller drama. There's a ton of that. Yeah, I try to avoid that as much as I can. And I think I get lucky and miss a lot of it because I don't go into auctions. And from what I can tell and have heard, a lot of the reseller drama comes from those auction channels. So I don't care about auctions. I stay away from them, and it helps me stay away from that, seeing that drama too. Because if I see that, I'm not going to have any interest in watching them, even if I do want them as background noise. Seinfeld used to be background noise for me a lot. When I used to have the TV on, just playing in the background all the time. Can never go wrong with Seinfeld. Like I work janitorial supply company. I help schools work out their cleaning plans, and work with the custodial staff on making sure they have enough staff and getting them the right tools they need to do the jobs more efficiently. The real GOAT was in NBA history. It's simple. Jordan. Yeah, don't tell me LeBron. I know you're in Cleveland, in Ohio. Do not tell me LeBron. And I think it'd be great. So after you get 4K hours, I know you said you're extremely limited in the fall winter time. Summer, I know you can make a lot of content. Okay, so once I get to 4K hours, I'm definitely going to go back to focusing on the growth. I've already got a plan in my head, which means it probably won't happen. Come spring, when the yard sales hit again, I'm going to try and hit as much as possible, backlog as much as possible. That way, from April on, I can just always have garage sale footage ready to go, even during the winter months. From what I've noticed on my channel so far, is my best performing videos are garage sales. People love to watch it on YouTube, and people have just reacted better to it on my channel. I have more retention, higher CTR, more subs from that content. So that's the content I would love to focus on. But you're right, with the sports fall, it killed me not being able to go out August, September, and October because of football. I lost 3 months of garage sale footage I could add and items to sell, because I also don't want to go out and just buy things for a video. Not a flipper. I don't buy boxes at the store and then resell them a lot higher. These are cards from my collection over the years. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, when I buy boxes at the store, me and my kids open them. We keep the cards we want, and then we'll flip whatever we don't want. If I ever need someone to talk about soccer, Mo, maybe next time we get a USA-Mexico match. Those are always fun to watch and definitely talk about. Other than that, I really don't know much about soccer. Kobe's close. He is. Kobe's good. Mo, name all the players on the Brazilian national soccer team. I wonder, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Mo can do that. All right. All right. Give me 1 second. I got to create this customer. Yeah, Roman, I do think Kobe gets forgotten about a lot now. Now that everybody just compares Jordan and LeBron, nobody wants to talk about Kobe. But Kobe is definitely up there. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Philly area guy. Mo will just copy and paste the names from Google and Google search. He probably would. I know that's what I would do if you asked me. I collect one basketball player card. My goat is Jason Kidd. All right. No, Jason Kidd was a very good player. Definitely liked him. My personal favorite of all time, Ray Allen, Jesus Shuttlesworth. Being a UConn fan, he was definitely the guy. I enjoyed the most watching him in college, watch him put the business on Iverson at the Garden, then watching him go pro. I always wish he could have been on my Knicks, but he wasn't. My favorite Knick of all time is obviously Patrick Ewing. I grew up in that era. Exactly, Cameron. To travel when you get monetized, business expense deduction. Yeah, if problem again is time, and having the family, it makes that kind of hard. I would love to do like 127 or one of these other sales. They look like they could be a lot of fun and get a lot of stuff, but we'll see. Hopefully next year, if there's any reseller rally, or any big get-togethers with a lot of people that I know, I would definitely try to travel to those next year. But again, with all the sports I do with these kids, it's going to all depend on time. In about 2 weeks, I start basketball up, and all 3 kids want me coaching their team. Thankfully, they don't play competitive basketball. My kids play just intramural rec league, so there's no seriousness to that. It's just one practice and one game a week, so that'll just be super easy. It's not like football where I spend half my week game planning, half my week putting together practice plans, part of the week scouting the other team. Yeah, basketball is just going to be pure fun. That's yes and no, Roman. He was not a Laker originally. I mean, it wasn't by choice that he left the Hornets, but he was not a Laker originally. See, I don't know about that. I mean, greatest of the era, maybe. Greatest of all time being one of them. I don't know. It's getting too hard to compare eras, especially now with the extreme change in the game where these guys just sit 35 feet out from the basket and chuck up prayers. Gate City, what's going on, Paul? How are you? Wilt Chamberlain, yes. More ass than the 86 Mets. Nice, Tommy. Nice. The Boss Reseller Remix. Is that the one that was out in Vegas? That all the big name YouTube reseller, some in name only, went to? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I heard about that, but if I go to any like rallies or something, it's going to be smaller ones where the community of the people that are in these chats. Because if I go to those, it's just going to be fun, go for fun to meet the people I talk to all the time and just exchange some ideas and have some fun possibly picking with them. Michael Jordan and Space Jam. All right. Now, Ed, did you see Space Jam 2 and LeBron? Tommy knows Wilt personally. Paul, you're so diplomatic. I really am. People hate arguing with me because I can see both sides of everything. So people, they truly hate arguing with me because I'm just like, yeah, but what about this? What about that? My wife just loves that. But it's probably why we don't fight too much because I'm just like, yeah, you're right. You're right too. You aiming for full-time or just a side income? That's tough. I enjoy reselling. I really do. Especially on the good days where, I could have some good sales, and then the good week where I might see 300-400 from my eBay and a payout as an extreme part-timer. So seeing that makes me think, oh, wow, what if I did this full-time? But it's tough. I would love it, but I don't know if I would actually ever do it, especially now having the kids and my wife and all that. If I was still single, I would definitely try my hardest to make this full-time. Hard to call any player these days. To go super teams make it hard to gain one single player's effect in the game. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true, Gate City. The second one was good. The kids enjoyed it. As long as you take it for what it's worth, it's enjoyable. It was definitely good. I'm the same way, Shay. Yep, see both sides. Yeah, and I don't think you can argue anything if you can't really see the other side's point of view on any topic. I mean, that's why I would never make a good politician, because everybody would hate me because I'd be like, you're right, but you're wrong. Charles Barkley, yeah. No idea who Charles Barkley is. Sports is just bad. I love playing the games but not watching it. Charles Barkley, should look him up on YouTube. He's pretty funny. Some of the stuff he says on TNT broadcast, it is a surprise any network would actually have him on air now, because he is just a loudmouth and everything is terrible. Terrible. I'll go to any meetups I can. It's really great meeting people that resell. It really is. It's a lot of fun. I've only so far met Paul, Philly Flipper, but hoping to meet a couple other guys in the area. I know I've almost run into Philly Picker Joe a couple of times. We actually go to some of the same thrift stores. When he's up around me, he's actually going to the one that's like 5 minutes from my house. That thrift store is terrible. Everything is super high price. It's just not worth going to. Yes, he was a really good player. Tough guy, really was. He was a beast. Phoenix Flippers, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? All right, let me get this account number. Nice thing from working at home is nobody knows how busy you are, so when the phone's ringing, I can always just look at it and go, I'll call him back. In the office, people can always say, no, he was just in there not doing much. He could have picked up. But right now, I'm just going to let any calls go to voicemail and get together with the people later. Probably going to go till, I don't know, probably around 12:30. Not too long today, obviously, because the guys at the Philly Beaches are going to be on, like Tommy likes to say. And I enjoy watching their show and hearing about all of Dan's fears. That's not the one I wanted. Because Dan is just, I say Jake's pretty funny. Dan might actually be funnier than Jake. A lot of the small meetups are on the East Coast. My girlfriend would let me know alone while she takes care of the kids, but I feel bad leaving them behind. Yeah, I feel bad going on any trips. Might just be the newness of it still. I know I do miss going on my work trips. My work, I used to go out to Kansas City area 1-2 times a year, and then at least once a year somewhere else on like the East Coast for like a regional meeting. And we haven't had any of those since COVID. So I definitely missed that like business travel, because those were always fun. A lot of good food, good drinks. So hopefully soon they'll start that back up again, because I would like to travel a little bit for work again. Yes, guys, Shay is going to be live tonight at 9:00. If you didn't watch our first show last week, you're missing out. Got 14 in here. I'd say probably 7 to 10 of you probably stopped into that live at least for a couple minutes, or at least know Shay. Definitely want to check that out. She's been on with Paul and Jake on Monday nights as well, and Jake will be with her tonight. So definitely check her out at 9:00 tonight. Jimmy, what's going on, man? How are you? Glad you could stop in. How you been? Haven't seen much of you lately. Yes, Dan is just absolutely hilarious. Tommy and I have joked around in messages talking about his chair. Just you watch his chair start up here, and then his head slowly goes up, down, down, down. And then he'll eventually just change the camera angle to hide the fact that his chair is dropped almost all the way to the floor. Man, Kansas City, here I come in January, but it's nothing to do with reselling. It's family and old friends. All right. Yeah, I've never gone out there for anything reselling. It's just been work. The company I work for is based in St. Joe. So a lot of times I actually just fly into KC and then head out to St. Joe and stay out there. Happy December. 30 days left for the year. Then the tax. Oh, really? You got to mention the tax man. We all know it's coming. Yeah, can you believe there's already just the year's almost over? Like it's already December this year, even with COVID, like it just really flew by. I'm just surprised. I guess that's, the part of getting older. Every time just starts moving quicker and quicker, busier we get. Dan just sits on the floor. My God, his chair does sink. Yeah, Misha, it is just funny to watch. Like that's why I just keep making those little comments throughout the whole show, just because it's so funny. And sometimes it just gets him going. Phoenix Flippers is heading to Tennessee this weekend for a family thing. All right, pretty cool. Where in Tennessee? Thanks, Jen, for making these links for everybody. Yeah, check out Ed too. Is this your eBay office? This is my eBay, my work, my bedroom, all that. Got the camera angled to hide the bed and the messy bed. But yeah, I do the work for my full-time job in here, and I usually do my shipping in here. If I'm doing photographs and then listing, I usually do those out in the rec room just because there's more space and I can set up and take the pictures, and then I'll do my listing while we're watching TV or anything like that. Clarksville. All right. I really don't know Tennessee. I was just curious. Thought it might be one of the major cities. Hope you have a good time, though. It's always nice to get away. Yeah, this weekend, I don't know what we have going on this weekend. Our anniversary of our first date is on Saturday. So that, yeah, we got our 4-year anniversary on Saturday. I don't think we're going anywhere because we've got the kids. So we might just do something with them. I think we might go see Christmas lights is what my wife was saying she might want to do for it. So hard to say no. I'm not a big Christmas light fan, but if that's what they want to do, I'll go. You're supposed to make your bed. Yeah. Even if I tried, it doesn't matter. I have a dog and he will jump right in the bed and mess it up and make it the way he wants. Paul just turns that TV on in his room and watches old college football games. Roman, I'm actually not a big college football fan. I'll watch some of the big games, but college football as a whole, it just doesn't excite me like it does in the NFL. I think it's just because there are so many blowouts. And I've noticed too, like camera angles and the announcing, it's a little different. And I just prefer the NFL. Now, if you're talking about college basketball, there are some days where I'll have college basketball on my TV and that'll just run all day. That was what was happening last Tuesday and Wednesday with all the tournaments before Thanksgiving. Christmas themed walk and then a Sunday flea market. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't hit any of the flea markets here. Most of ours are done now that it's gotten pretty cold. There's a couple of indoor ones. I really got to figure out how I'm going to be sourcing this winter. I still have plenty in my garage though to get me through a while though. Yeah, I've always said like that is like more important of an anniversary than even the wedding, because the anniversary when you met and first went out, if that didn't happen, then you're never going to get married either. Unless you're like some people who, pay for that kind of stuff. But yeah, that one's always bigger to me. Usually in the past couple of years, we've gone back to the place where we first met and go to that restaurant. But this year, I don't know if we're going to do that since we have the kids. That's true, too. That's true, Roman. Yeah, I mean, I was watching. Now, Ohio State, Michigan, I could not turn that game off on Saturday. That was a really fun game to watch. I just couldn't. Like, it came on, and usually college football, I'll just look at it for a few minutes, then flip the channel. But this one I couldn't turn away from because I, like everybody else, just hate Ohio State and wanted to see them lose. Sorry, Roman, if you like them. First date, January 24th, 1990. All right. Cajun Reseller. What's up, Chris? How are you? Hakeem, one of the best. Leave it to Chris. Yes, he did take us down. Still mad at John Starks in that series, though, too. Ugh, John Starks, how could he miss that 3? Hopefully last week was bad because it was 85. Ooh. Don't forget the sunflowers. Yeah, if I could find some, I'll get some of those. She loves her sunflowers. She really does. The sunflowers were a major theme at our wedding in August. She loves them. So they were all over, like, the arch and inside the place when we had the reception. Good guy for remember that date. Yeah, I get reminded all the time. I did it the easy way too. I should not say this. But yeah, I remember that day. We actually first went out on the 4th, and our first technical date, like, it goes back and forth. I call the 4th the first date. She says that's the day we met. Like we got together and went out to dinner. So to me, that's a date. She calls our first date the 16th of December, because that was the first day as we were like a couple. So don't understand how you could be a couple and then have your first date, but she considers that the first date. But December 4th, that's the day we met. So, and it says they got back together again in March 2019. Okay. KJ on Hakeem the Dream. That's a good one. Roman wants to know, Chris, who do you think the best player in NBA history is? All right, Misha's favorite is sunflowers too. Yeah, we finally have all the pictures. We got a thumb drive with everything he took, and he just dropped off the photo album the other day. I've debated on going through and just posting them all on Instagram, like a lot of the pictures, or just doing a quick video and just have them like kind of scrolling, because I know a lot of people have asked me to see those pictures. Jen and Amisha, you wanted to see him. Regina Michelle's the one who wanted to see him, and quite a few others wanted to see, but I don't know. I don't know. That Shaq dunk where he shoves the guy down after the dunk, that's a good one too. I mean, didn't Shaq pretty much shove everybody down though? The guy was so big, everybody dunked on was like just squished. Jen doesn't remember her first date. Thanks, Roman. I appreciate it. We actually joke around. My memory, I remember a lot of stuff, a lot of useless junk as well, but a lot of dates and times and things that happen, I actually have the better memory on. But I just don't forget a lot of shit. I wish I could, but I don't. And then the stuff I need to remember, trust me, I can't. Oh, come on. See? Good you checked, Ed. Good you checked. How long have you been together, Jen? Larry Bird. That's who Mo says. Okay. Yeah, Suns are having a good season. Like, I've been impressed. I've been quite surprised by that. I actually went into this year's NBA season without not really knowing much what to expect. You had your super teams as usual, and I like that there's always some teams that show up now that you don't expect and take those super teams down, especially the Lakers with all their injuries as well. It's just great watching them implode. Oh, good. Misha's going to start making videos again next year. I love that. Oh, Misha always cries at weddings. Flipping nostalgia. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Glad you could stop in. What you got going on today? Yeah. Shaq and Barkley. Barkley was definitely one guy that could stand up to him. A full photographic memory, that would be amazing. That would. Oh, okay, Jen, over 10 years. Definitely not Queen Diva James. I like that, Chris. I like that. Misha doesn't remember anything. Suns and Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I don't have a clue how many exactly. Mo hates the Lakers too. All right. Now, Mo, what team do you root for? Are you a Warriors fan or a Kings fan? Or do you just not really care? You just hate the Lakers? Phoenix Flipper. Oh, good. That's awesome to hear, Phoenix Flippers. Yeah, sure. All right. Let me start creating this building. Tell you, I really admire the people that can do these lives, keep the chat going, and get their work done. Because it can definitely be hard at times, especially when you're trying to do something that requires attention. Huh. Okay. Interesting. What do you think of the Staples Center changing its name? I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Did they change their name? Yeah, I have no clue. I still thought they were the Staples Center. So Mo's a Warriors fan. Okay. Has that started since Steph Curry, or have you always been a Warriors fan since you came over? Yeah, he's won with 3 teams. I mean, there's no denying he makes every team he plays for better. He's just that good of a player, and he's always going to be in the mix, especially if you surround him with the right players. So it's inevitable that he's always going to be in the mix. Oh, okay. That was what that phone call was about. All right. I'm going to have to make that phone call when we get off here. They're trying to change it I have an appointment tomorrow down in Jersey, and now a sales manager wants to actually join me and the account manager. So they're trying to change the time on me, but they're changing it to earlier in the day, which for me, that always works. I'd rather get up, go to the appointment, handle that business, come back, usually be home by 12, 1 o'clock. And then for me, the rest of the day is whatever, just because it's so hard to get back into the flow of work when I know I've already handled meetings that I had to go to that day. Just a mindset. It's like almost like you go to the meeting, then you drive all the way back to either the office or home. And in my head, it's just like the day is over. I handled what I needed to, even though there's still time left on the clock. Run TMC and Nelly. All right. What? Really? The Crypto Center or something like that? Wow. I did not realize they changed the name like that. Okay. I'll tell you, this crypto type stuff is taking over. Yeah, crypto.com arena. They secured the naming rights for the next 20 years. Wow. That's crazy. But you know what? I doubt it's going to wind up 20 years. Because honestly, how many of these stadium and arena names actually stay as long as the sponsorship deals are for? So many companies, I mean, they've gone out of business or been sold after buying naming rights. So you also have those change then. Knicks, Bulls, Sonics, Jazz, Rocks, and Knights had greatest teams and nobody believes it. That was, for me, watching basketball since the mid-'80s. I know you had the bad boys and them in the 80s, but the golden era for me as a fan of basketball was in the 90s. Might also be because I was a teenager, but watching the Knicks, Bulls, Sonics, Jazz, Rockets, and the Pacers were good too. I mean, they were always a thorn in the side of my Knicks. Never won, never really were in the mix every year, like championship wise, but damn, they always fucked with my Knicks. But yeah, that was a great era of basketball. It really was, Roman. Rescue and Resale. Hey guys, how are you? How you doing? You guys love crypto. I have not gotten into that yet. I know I probably should. What the hell is going on here? What's up, Derek? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, chasing some pennies right now. Got to get those watch hours in. Thanks for stopping in. We actually even got Mo up early in the morning to be here. I'm sure that's a surprise. Wish you could work from home. I have to stay here for 8 hours when I can honestly finish my job. And that sucks. That's the nice thing about my job. A lot of the work I do is simple. And it's also dependent on salespeople. So if the salespeople aren't selling the program I work on, then I don't have a lot of work. But when I do have a lot of work, I can get it done quick because it's a very quick job. It's very easy to do. It's why I kind of tend to spend a lot of time on the tube and doing my eBay stuff just because I have some free time during my day just because the job's so easy. Yeah, better. Yes, before the pre-shack rolls. So Derek, I got a question for you. We were asking Mo this yesterday. Did he leave you waiting at the Eco Thrift when y'all went sourcing together? Were you on time and he was late like usual, or was Mo actually early or on time? We were just kind of curious yesterday because, you know, he left Leroy hanging for almost like 4 hours on the birthday live. We were just trying to figure out if he just leaves Leroy hanging and he's always late on Leroy, or if Mo's just a late person in general. Did he leave you hanging? Yeah, Reggie Miller, I respect the crap out of him. One of the most clutch players in history to me, but I hate him for what he did to us. Hate him for it. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Yeah, my lives, they're definitely now planned out. They are just going to be pop-up style. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of them this month. I got some of the stuff I needed to do this morning done. And then I saw nobody else was on. So I said, I just created the StreamYard. I said, in 10 minutes, I'm going on. There's almost no warning. I probably should jump on like Instagram or something and make a post whenever I do this, but I don't think about it. I just say, I'm starting in 10 minutes, get set up, and then I start. Started mining in 2017. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where Leroy is. I feel bad now. I told him I would let him know whenever I go live, and I completely forgot to tell him. Yeah, the 90s had a lot of good teams. 90s basketball was just so entertaining. You could sit there and watch that every night, no matter who it was. All right, just messaged him. Well, you're not hungover from your birthday celebrations. I think Reggie was better than Steph. Oh, that's a comparison to try to make. What would Reggie be like if he played in today's era where he could just, shoot threes all day? I don't know if Steph would translate back to the 90s era of basketball, though, because Reggie was tough, too. Like, Reggie was just cold-blooded. Like, he didn't care who you are. He would go up against you. 5 resellers. What's up, guys? How are you? Glad you could stop in. Glad you're finally able to watch one of these. If you thought about my 2022 goals for reselling on YouTube yet, it's coming up fast. Yes, it is. I haven't really spent much time thinking about it yet. What I'm focusing on right now is trying to get these watch hours by the end of the year. So that's kind of been where my mindset's been with YouTube. Get those. Once I get those, 2022 is going to be focused on growth with the channel, and I've got to see what I could put in place to do that. Reselling, probably just trying to expand more and try to find more time in the day. Probably try to convince my son to work more to help me out. The little brat, he only offers to work for me when he needs money. Leroy is hard at work packing. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's going to Rhode Island today to see his family. We were talking about that yesterday. He was so happy about that. I'm glad he's getting to go home and see the fam. Lags got in at Bitcoin when it was 3K. Wow. I remember when Bitcoin was super low and just starting out. That's probably like what, guys, like 3 to 4 years ago. That's when I was still at the bar all the time. And some of the people at the bar were constantly talking about Bitcoin. And I'm like, whatever, guys, I ain't getting involved with that. Like, what the hell? Just wasting your money. And remember when it had its first spike up to just, what was it, 10K, the first one? These guys were going nuts. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I just never looked into it. Did he even show up? Yeah, Roman, there were a lot of people that wanted to knock Reggie Miller out. A lot of people. Yeah, but he just had that confidence and he just didn't care. Like, dude was just lethal. Yep, chasing those YouTube pennies. I'm telling you, just choosing that name for the lives was just kind of funny. It just popped to me one day and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to roll with this, make a joke out of it. Because I'm sure if I put time in and really grow the channel, it'll be a lot more than pennies. Might be dimes. We'll see. Sales guy is going to drag it out, shaking my head. This one won't. This is the guy for tomorrow. He's an older guy. The manager might, because he might want to try and, do a full year in review with that customer. But I do have a couple of sales guys. I'm like, come on. This is like a half-hour meeting and you made it an hour and a half. Mo got drunk and sat on his roof half the night. You should have the bell for you, and I didn't get a notification that you went live. Only reason I found out was because I happened to check YouTube. Okay, maybe I'll do that next time. Yeah, for sure. I know the YouTube notifications, they are just so hit or miss on when they actually go off for someone. So yeah, it's hard to tell when people go on sometimes. I periodically check my subscriptions tab and it'll show like, the top row will be whoever's live. And that's how I'll usually notice when somebody goes live and jump in. I was 4 minutes behind, my bad. It's all right. Let's see. It's 11:26, so I'm 4 minutes behind. Jen never watched a basketball. I've never watched a basketball ball in the 90s. See you, Lag. glad you could stop in. Appreciate it. I'll definitely be seeing you around for sure. There you go, Jen. Never watched a basketball game. You had me thinking there that I messed up and said a basketball ball. I was like, wait, did I say that? Right? Yeah, Reggie was definitely, I feel like, more clutch. Yeah, Roman, he would have. I don't think he would have, his body would have been able to hand up. Phoenix, thanks for stopping in. Glad you could come in for a little bit. I'll definitely catch you later. There you go. Yep. Would have been injured too much. His dad was awesome too. Yeah, that whole family is just good at basketball. They really are. Bron can only throw elbow cheap shots at other players and hide behind his teammates. What's up, Turtle Trader? How are you, bud? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Any pennies help? They do, Ed. They really do. Especially when you got kids. Oh, definitely when you got kids. We just dropped a bunch of money last night on basketball. In addition to paying for Christmas. I think this is going to be the last year where the little one believes in Santa, the 9-year-old. She hasn't said anything yet, but the other day we were talking about the tooth fairy because one of the other kids lost a tooth. And she was like, I've seen the tooth fairy. There's Tooth Fairy Mom and there's Tooth Fairy Paul. They come at night and leave the money. And we're like, what? She's like, yeah, you're the tooth fairy. And we were like, oh, it's starting. She's starting to not believe in stuff. We asked her if she still believes in Santa. She was like, of course. And when's Chippy, our elf, coming? She still believes in that. So, but you can tell it's coming if she's starting to like not believe in things like the tooth fairy and things like that. I'll start chasing YouTube pennies soon. Also, in about 10 years. YouTube will be a virtual reality. Yeah, who knows what this is going to be like in 10 years? Because, yeah, YouTube might be here, but will it be what it is now? Is it just videos that we're all watching? I don't know. Be fascinating to see, especially with all those people trying to make YouTube their career and make money off it. Hopefully you make a lot of bank now, because who knows what it's going to be if you don't adapt and keep changing. Jen keeps looking to see if she's behind. No, Jen, it's definitely me. This comment you just made was 11:31, and my clock says it's 11:33. So I'm catching up, but yeah, I was behind. Am I beating everyone virtually? That would be cool. Who knows where technology is going to be in 10 years? Antiques and Profits. What's going on? How are you? You like the title, Chasing YouTube Pennies? Yeah, when I first thought of it, it's like a joke, because how many times have we all been in chats and we've heard the person say like YouTube pennies, especially Tommy. Tommy says it all the time when somebody's getting close to getting monetized. Oh, you're going to get those pennies now. All you're going to get is pennies. And just hearing all that, I just like, you know what? Chasing YouTube pennies, because that's exactly why I'm doing these lives. Because remember, I used to do lives, those that were around in the spring. I used to do lives once a week. And then I stopped when I focused on channel growth. But I'm glad I'm doing these again. I enjoy them. So right now we're getting those hours. I just figured I'd do it live. Everybody's saying hi. Patrick Murphy, how are you? Glad you could stop in. Yes, everybody light up that like button. I have noticed on YouTube, I'm sure everybody else has over the last day or two, the dislike button is now just a dislike button without a number, where the like button still has numbers. It's kind of funny that finally came through. I know YouTube had talked about doing it, but I hadn't seen it. This was the first time yesterday that I did. You know that, right? My daughter had to get new clothes because she outgrew her old ones. Oh my God, clothes. My 13-year-old, he's a bigger boy. He's already like 5'5". He's heavy, probably within 10, 15 pounds of me. Black Friday, I bought a bunch of clothes from me. Pairs of jeans, pants, all that. And Sunday he goes, why didn't you tell me you guys were going Black Friday shopping? I would have told you I needed jeans. I'm like, we didn't know you needed clothes. So he told us that, and he's like, go back and see if they still have the deal. And I'm like, you know what? Here, try these on. Gave him the jeans. He fit into them. They were very baggy, but if you put a belt on, he'd be fine. But you could tell, like, within a couple months, they'd probably be perfect on him. It was more just the length that was way too long for him. But it was like, oh my God, like they constantly need clothes. And then when you finally get some for your own, some of the kids can take them. Like he started to take some of my older shirts. It's crazy. Kid is growing and he's only 13. Krillin still believes in Santa. You're trying to confuse me, aren't you, Scotty? Tooth Fairy Paul. Yep. Tooth Fairy Paul. It's great. Like I've always told the kids, don't call me stepdad. Don't call me that. I think it's like, it just doesn't sound right to me. Just keep calling me Paul. But yeah, she said Tooth Fairy Mom, Tooth Fairy Paul. So it's funny. Santa, they will pretend to believe because they get presents. Yeah, the boys are completely done. They know. And they don't care because they know they're still getting them. And now they feel like they're more likely to get a bigger gift and more expensive gifts by telling us exactly what they want. Yeah, guys, I'm just skipping over a lot of the chit chat and hellos to each other now. That way I can try to catch up. Mo's good this morning. If I drink, I get up early the next day, dehydrated. Mo gets up early? Even when he's drunk? See, normally after I've been drinking, I might wake up early with a headache, but I'm going to get some water and some Advil, and then I'm back in bed for a few more hours, and I'll sleep later than I ever do. It'd be fun if we can all appear virtually. Roman, you have a strange fascination with Krillin. You do. We all joke around about Krillin. We all joke around about a lot of people, but usually they're in the chat or it's just a one-off comment. You talk about Krillin all day long. You really need to head out to New York and meet Krillin. Victoria, hey, how are you? Glad you could stop in. Hope you got a lot of packages you're bringing to the post office today. Paul's just preparing you to buy your kids a new washer and dryer for Christmas in the future instead of the new fan toys. Yeah, they don't care about toys anymore. The boys, it's all video game stuff. My oldest, he wanted that new Forza limited edition controller that came out that a lot of us resellers were buying for $40 to $60 over Black Friday week to sell on eBay for $1 to $1.20. He wanted that. Luckily, we did get one. My wife went to Target the day it came out. She went first thing that morning, and she got the last one. The guy said she was lucky because that store only got 2, and they weren't planning on getting any more. And then later that day, I saw on Instagram and YouTube, so many resellers picked up that Forza controller, and stores were out, and now they were selling it for like double. So that was pretty glad she went and did that. And Jen noticed, okay. Larry's gone to 2 NBA games, the Hawks, before most of you were born. And they played into, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So Kobe and Shaq crushed the Bills. Yeah, I've been to a lot of NBA games, especially when I was in college. I lived in West Philly when I was in college. So I would go down to the Wells Fargo Center all the time, or the FU Center, and watch a lot of Sixers games, even though I hated them. It was just fun to do. The last basketball game I saw was we actually remember this very well, me and my middle stepson, because it was his birthday. One of his godfather bought him tickets for a Sixers game. It was the last game before the NBA shut down for COVID. And it was just, you remember that night very well because you had all the stuff from Tom Hanks going on around the news, and, the virus starting to get popular. And we're sitting there at the game, and everybody's, it's got that air of this is probably going to be the last game for a while. Everybody's trying to enjoy it because they don't know when they're going to be back. And in the middle of the game, you start getting the alerts about Rudy Gobert test positive, Utah Jazz cancel game, other players in quarantine. And you're just like, oh, wow, this is going to be the last game. And then by the time the game was over and we got to the car and you turn on the radio, you hear, oh, NBA is shutting down. And it was like, that was the last game we went to, and it was pretty memorable. And most games aren't memorable to me unless there's other stuff going on, and this was definitely something. I know, Chris, right? I am so surprised. Unless you saw somebody else possibly sharing it, like I know Mo shared it. Who knows? Maybe some other people did. That might be how she saw it. She's probably not sub. She likes to tell me she is. Let's get clothes from the thrift now because, man, retail and even else. See, I can't. It's weird. I just have a thing about wearing used clothes. I'll sell used clothes. I just can't wear them. It's just not me. If I wear clothes, it's got to be new shoes, new clothes, new hats. I can't go with used. All right. Well, maybe she is for now. Who knows? Early and Mo. Exactly, Jen. Early and Mo don't go in the same sentence. It's very surprising. My stepson just calls me Ed also, but from time to time he does call me stepdad. I have the occasional times where the kids screw up and call me dad. But I just kind of laugh. Makes you feel good, but I just laugh. But yeah, it's usually just Paul. It's always funny when we're in the stores and they're like, Paul, can I get this? Paul, can I get this? And people are looking like, huh? Like it's just me and the kid, and they're just seeing the kid call me by my name. Jen. Yes, Jen, he really does love Krillin. He does. It's a strange fascination. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hit it about 2 weeks ago. So, dude, I appreciate it. You've been with me for a long time. Appreciate the support. That's that right, Roman? So Roman would rather go meet Misha than Krillin. Then why do you talk about Krillin so much? It's like you have a man crush. It's okay if you do, but Roman is trying to Beetlejuice Krillin. He's trying, Turtle. I don't think Krillin subscribed to me. I've never seen Krillin in any live. Who wouldn't, Roman? Exactly, Misha. Who wouldn't want to meet you? Wife for the win. Let's see. I'm still 3 minutes behind. Yeah, Jen, the FU Center. That was such a fun name back then when it was just called that. What was it? First Union, I think, back then when that was still around. But yeah, it was always great calling that the FU Center. It was always a fun time. People outside of Philly wouldn't like the FU Center. What? FU? Turtle trying to bring out some comedy in our daily lives. Chris watched John Zion play in the second row. Oh, wow, Chris. That's awesome. That definitely had to be some great seats. Mo used to go to Warrior games for $8. Then they got good. That's always what happens. They get good and then the prices skyrocket. But it happens because you got to pay those salaries off at that time. Bowling shoes, Paul. I mean, I got no choice there. I deal with those. I don't go bowling enough to buy my own bowling shoes. I go maybe once or twice a year with the kids. So at that point, I mean, what choice do you have, right? Yeah, Zion, that guy is just never going to live up to all the hype. But with a big guy like that, are you surprised? Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your help mentioning me in all of your lives, especially when I was getting close to 1,000. I truly appreciate the support. Been following you since, I don't know, when you guys had Zip It enlisted, and I think I was like 100 subscribers at that time. What did you use to connect your GoPro for streaming? Okay, GoPro, it's just some software you got to install. I connect from the USB-C to my USB, and then install that software, and you're good to go. Just got to make sure your GoPro is fully updated on the software inside of that. But there is a webcam software that you can just download to your computer, run that, and then it's all set, and your computer will read it like it's a normal webcam. Thank you again, Jen. I appreciate that. They have a bank called MF Savings. I like that one too. I definitely do. Pels lose with him playing Roman. I'd rather him be out and get good picks. Pels lose with him playing. Yeah. I'm guessing you mean lose draft picks because they're going to win a couple more games. Is that what you're trying to say, Chris? It's funny. Like last year, I was like that with Barkley. I love Barkley, but the Giants were going nowhere. So it was nice having them out where they could just kind of, not win some games and get a better draft pick. Paul, you need to get your monetization set up so that we can super chat you. Victoria, that is why I am chasing YouTube pennies. I'm not monetized. Not even close. I still need 1,497 hours before that can happen. All those short videos I've always made can come back to bite me right now when it comes to hours. So we're pretty far away from that, but I'm going to do a lot more lives this month, try to pump out a lot more videos. Haven't decided if I'm going to do that Vlogmas thing yet. Do lives count with Vlogmas? Because if I'm doing them every day, that's a video a day. But I'm going to be really pushing for hours this month and hopefully get that knocked out of the way. Thank you, Turtle. I appreciate it. Michael Porter Jr. is the same. Always hurt, yeah. Got to get a lot of guests for your channel. Yeah. During the day, I kind of don't bother really telling anybody or inviting anybody on, just because I try to do some work. I mean, funny thing is, I might actually be able to do more work if I had somebody else with me. But as everybody can tell, I am a talker. I do talk a lot. So I'm able to keep things going. I just don't get much accomplished. If I do any lives in the evening time, I will definitely be working on having guests, just because I feel at nighttime there's so much more going on, and a lot of shows have guests. So I think it would just be more entertaining at night to be with other people. So yeah, if I do a nighttime, look for a guest. On a weekend, I might. I don't know. These daytimes, it's probably more likely just me. Jen needs to make more videos too. She's trying to figure out right now how to make a new intro though. Jen, you don't really need the intro. I don't have one. Mine's literally like, hi, it's Paul. This is what we're talking about today. Let's go. I've never made an intro. It would be great to see you making some videos though, but don't use the intro as a reason why you can't make one, because a lot of us, we just don't have them. And if I see somebody with an intro, I usually skip right over it. Leroy, what's going on, man? You finally over that hangover you had this morning? When did we start afternoon chats? I don't know when we started the afternoon chats, Leroy, but we do morning chats right now. It's still 11:47, Leroy. Are you still drunk? What's up, bud? Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Really do. It was good to spend time with you guys yesterday on your channel. Maximus, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Just popping in to say hello and to stay blessed. Stick it back on when I'm out the front playing some more basketball. My man is always playing some basketball. Last time we had this chat, you were out playing some basketball. I love it. Well, that's if my son can be asked to get himself from Xbox. Yeah, getting those kids away from those systems can be kind of hard at times. Get Jennifer to be your guest. I want Chris to be my guest. Chris, I'm going to keep trying. I know you're never going to go live, but I'm going to keep pushing you. Holy hell, did you catch up? I did briefly. Chat quieted down, so that's why I was able to. Q, what's going on, man? Hate It When Wednesdays. I have it queued up and I'm going to be watching that after I get off the stream. After the Joe's show later. But definitely watching that. You were going live tonight too, right? Is it 10 p.m. Eastern or 11 p.m. Eastern? I know you're out on the West. But yeah, guys, Q, One Day at a Time Reseller. If you're not following him, check out his channel. He started to go lives this week as well, or last week. He's working on hours himself. And he's got a great series on Wednesday called Hate It When Wednesdays, where just people just talk about stuff they hate and he goes through them. Intro's too long, I unsub. Yeah. Misha, I actually had a funny conversation with Paul the other day about intros. Because he asked me what I thought about his new intro on one of the yard sales. He was like, it's a lot quicker. And I'm like, yeah, for the first time, I didn't have to skip over the first 3 minutes of your video. And he started laughing. And I'm like, nah, dude, seriously. Your intro was too long. Like I skipped over it. And I did every time. So yeah, I know he went much shorter. I feel like his current one with Kevin was a little bit longer, but long intros are definitely a killer to a video to me. Sometimes I don't even go past the long intro. Okay. I mean, if you want one, then yeah, then obviously do it. But I personally don't think it's needed. Weekend probably in the evening since everyone is sourcing in the mornings and noons. Yeah, for sure. And just morning is just good to just have a chat. And most of us are working anyway, so it's just good to have something on in the background. If you have guests and it's really getting interesting, you're not doing any work because then you're not watching the show. Like Mo and Leroy, I can't tell how many times I would watch them in the morning and get nothing done because I'm just focused on the hilariousness between them two, and then I'm chatting back and forth in the chat and adding in comments. Turtle, I do have a playlist with all of my videos in it already. It just doesn't have the lives. But like I was telling Ed earlier, if you go to the channel page and hit videos, there's actually an option to play all. You can hit that and it just creates a playlist and it'll run for you even if the person doesn't have one. Yes, do a Vlogmas live a day. What a great idea. That will help you tremendously. Also remind me, and we will let people know that you need hours. People will play your playlist. I will. I haven't, I've been busy the last couple mornings, so that's why I haven't popped in your early morning live just to say hi and update everybody. But I plan on doing a lot of lives during the weekdays. I do have some videos already queued up. The advice video I had a few weeks ago, where I was, ask people if they take advice, what's some of your best advice. We got some good feedback. There were a lot of comments. And what I think I'm going to do, starting with Friday or Saturday, start having videos drop throughout the month with each person and what advice they said they've taken or what advice they think they should have taken. And then just talk about it myself. And what my opinions are about that advice, and if it's something I agree with or something I think I should try. I just think it's something cool, something little short video. And at the same time, it's just something that could also help other resellers. And maybe, being as a reseller tip type series, it could wind up being, that evergreen type content. Ed just cut the small intro I had in my videos too. Oh, Leroy's at the airport right now in Charlotte, heading to Rhode Island. Leroy, I hope you enjoy all that time with your family this weekend. I know you've been really looking forward to it. All right, Jen doesn't want a long one, and she doesn't like the long ones either. Or the countdowns. Yeah, I hate the countdowns. Turtle Paw has playlists set up. I've gone through them. Yeah, Larry, thank you so much. Larry's been a big supporter. He's gone through a lot of the playlists, maybe all of them, and left comments here or there as well, just to let me know he was still watching it. And dude, I truly appreciate that. Mo, would we actually be able to get you to go to the reseller ball game? Is that really a possibility? Especially if you have to travel somewhere. Roman talks too much. That's why he won't be my guest. All right. Chris would be a much better guest than Jen. See, Jen, I fell behind again. Back to being 4 or 5 minutes behind. If Chris is your guest, that means you're doing a 24-hour live. Yes, you're like me. You do not forget when people say stuff like that. Misha made a little intro in the InShot app. Okay. Leroy's you're in Turtle's neck of the woods. All right. 8 p.m. Q, is that Eastern or is that 8 p.m. your time out west? Yep. Just don't overthink it. Just go right into it. It's the easiest thing. I think now my intro / what's going on, what I'm going to do is most videos, it's under 20 seconds now. I just get right to it. Just want something with your channel name. Okay. He's an exception to the rule. Yeah, for me, nobody's an exception. I just can't hear the same type of intro over and over and over, especially if it's a long one. I don't care who it is. Shay makes it look easy going live. Shay was very entertaining last week. She was. She's been fun on all the shows she's been on. I'm hoping for her sake, because I know she was pretty upset about the start of last week's live, that it goes a lot smoother for her this week. And yeah, Shay is a natural. I do think Shay is going to be one of the next one in the community that grows fast. Interested to see how it goes, Shay, with the trying to build off of shorts and lives. It's going to be very interesting to see, because I haven't personally, I don't know of many in the resale community that have started with shorts, but I know a lot of, the YouTube know-it-alls. They've started talking about building channels with shorts now. So I can't wait to see how it works out for you. Sam from New York for now. Look at her. She's already getting all the equipment in place. Yeah, caught up for a second. You're right, Chris. Man, I haven't even done much work. Paul did a 24-hour live marathon. I know, 24-hour live marathon. People have said that. I've looked at it. I could knock off probably a quarter to a third of my hours if I did one. And that's just assuming, 15 to 20 people watching per hour for 24 hours. Could knock off a quarter to a third of it. Trying to use Canva. I use Canva for my thumbnails. I need to start playing with Canva and really try to use more of its features. I'm just a very basic user. I feel the same way about Adobe Premiere Pro. I need to really start learning a lot of its features so I can get better with my editing, because I feel like in 2022, if I really want to grow the channel, my editing needs to be better. I have it go flow pretty good and seamless, but I want to get better at editing and add more features into the video. Or are they trying to make thumbnails? Yeah, Chris, I've noticed your thumbnails have been getting a lot better too. Like, you've definitely been putting in some time on yours now. All right, Jen. Shay will help Jen with graphics if she needs it. Canva is too frustrating for Misha. It can be, especially when you're first starting out with it. My time. Okay, so 8 p.m. Q time is when the show is going to start out west. If you're on the East Coast, that's going to start at 11. Luckily, I am still up at 11, so I'll pop in for a little bit, Q. Shay is going to pass Yakov. Yeah, that's without a doubt. Shay is what, about 380, I think it was, 380-ish range. And Yakov is still sitting mid 500s. I could see Shay catching up pretty quick. Maybe Yakov can ride on our coattails. Shay's live tonight. Yes, guys. Set a notification for that. Save it. That way you don't forget about that. That should be entertaining. Now, though, she's at the same time as my man Derek. We also got Derek and Regina tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Hump Day Hangout. That's always an entertaining show, too. Always try and watch some of them because they are two of the nicest people in the community that are so supportive to everybody. See, I don't watch much on Instagram. So I haven't really seen the reels. I mean, if she's sharing the reels over to her shorts, then I've seen them. But I know some people like to do different ones for each one. The intro, that's confusing. Yeah, I haven't tried to do an intro. Y'all are being too nice. We're just being honest, Shay. I mean, that's the good thing in this community. People tend to be honest. I mean, or try to be. I mean, if you're honest though, and it's negative, people start saying you're hating, and then it's drama and all that other stuff. But we're being serious with you. Like, we all see it. I mean, you hear it in every live you're at that you're making great content. Yeah, positive energy for sure. Karen's at the beach. What's going on? How are you? Appreciate you stopping in. Editing is a lot of work. Yes. It takes so much time for such little reward at the beginning, at least. That's true. That's part of the reason why I haven't put a ton of time in editing. When I hear people say they could take 2 to 3 hours to edit a video that's 8-9 minutes long, no, I'm not doing that. I wasn't doing it. I'm not getting anything for it. I'm not taking that much time. I'll go through, I'll cut out the dead space, the okay, yeah, and things like that. But that's it. And then I'll drop in a couple screenshots of like stuff that's sold. That's the extent of my editing right now till I can make some money off of this. Started a second channel to experiment with shorts. It's great for views. My 4th short got 10,000 views. That's awesome. Yeah, I've noticed I've done shorts here or there. It's very hit or miss on how they do. You can make like 3 shorts, same style, about 3 different things. One could have an insane amount of views, and the other 2 could have under like 50. Like, it's just completely hit or miss to me, like what YouTube actually pushes on shorts. But it'd be great to see like how a channel grows leaning on shorts. I'm like very interested in that because I have thought about starting a second channel and doing shorts, and that would be with like the sports, especially like when sports news breaks. You just kind of give a quick little blurb and pop it up. So it's something I'm going to watch for sure. And then plus I just like watching Shay's content, so I'm loving to see how that goes. And bought the full desktop version of PowerDirector 365 for Black Friday, $80 for the year. Okay. I was using the app for edition before. Desktop is a lot better. When it comes to editing, I know a lot of people talk about editing on their phone. They love it. It's so easy. If you're doing basic stuff, yes. I would assume so. Me, I can't even do the basic stuff on my phone. Working on this little screen, it's not for me. I'd rather go on my desktop, have a bigger screen, and more options. I think people forget about that. In desktop versions of programs, you have a lot more options. eBay, there's a lot of stuff that shows up on there that you can't do in the app. YouTube analytics, there is so much more you could look at on the website than in the app. Just desktop versions and actual website versions of so many programs are just so much better, and you can do so much more with them. That's why you got 2 screens going. I've actually got 3 screens right here. I got the double monitor for work. And then my laptop is right here, my new one. I'm doing the streaming on that because I can't use the GoPro on the work computer because I can't install any software on there. And I don't like when everyone is on at the same time. I can't be everywhere at the same time. Jen, that's why we've got the new wave of moderators now. Everybody saw you can't be everywhere, so everybody started stepping up to try to help out. David, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Appreciate you stopping in as always. How's things over there? Misha lives on the gram now. YouTube has not been my favorite these days. Oh, that's sad to hear about YouTube not being your favorite. But I understand there haven't been many people to watch during, especially in the daytimes when we're all working. But Instagram, I just can't get into it. I don't know. I like going through, seeing people's photos, liking, leaving comments. But when it comes to shorts and reels, I don't watch them. Save here first. What's up, Bella? How are you? I'm glad you could stop in. All right. Abel's Treasures, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for listening. I'm guessing you're working right now yourself. Chris uses his phone for all editing. Chris, you're like me, though. You do a lot of just basic editing. There's not much I've seen with yours. I mean, the last couple, I know you've been trying to do more stuff. But overall, you're like me. It's just basic editing that you could probably do on your phone, and I could probably do, but it just doesn't work for me. TikTok goes to IG, then goes to YouTube. Okay. Chris's desktop crapped the bed when he tried to use Filmora on it. Oh, that sucks. I'm telling you, if this new laptop craps the bed on anything soon, I'm going to be pissed. With the specs on this laptop better work everything I'm running. I'll tell you, Adobe Premiere Pro runs so much smoother than it does on my home computer that's 3 years old. Like, this thing just flies, and it processes the video when I'm done editing a lot quicker too. What's going on, Joe? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Guessing you're probably having lunch and getting ready for your show. Guys, at 1 o'clock, if you don't know, Joe, Philly Picker, Mike, the January House, and Dan Art Vandelay will be on at 1 o'clock on Joe's channel. It's a staple for me on Wednesdays. So yeah, I'll probably end this about 12:30. That way I could go get some lunch and then be back to watch those guys. I never miss a Wednesday. It's just a great show. Hilarious. It's a listing show, but more just hanging out and the 3 guys just shooting the shit. It's a lot of fun. Shay's been on TikTok for 2 weeks and already 800 followers. Wow. It's insane. Didn't think doing the footwork with these would be what it has been. Yeah, it amazes me too, like how quickly somebody can grow on TikTok, and then YouTube, like it just doesn't translate. Like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the users don't go back and forth. It's strange to me. But I guess it's not, because we all have a platform of choice. Like Nisha right now with Instagram, it doesn't mean she's going to go over to YouTube if somebody tells her to. I do some on Twitter, which is funny because you don't hear people talk about that anymore. But Twitter, if I post a link to a video on Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, and in Facebook reselling groups, I might actually get more link clicks on Twitter with a fraction of the following. It's strange. I think Twitter, there's more of a transition. I know with sports stuff, there definitely is. Reselling, no, I've definitely done better too with Twitter. You know, I don't know. It could have been anything I said, Jen. I'm that far behind. Good to hear, Dave. Rescuing resells, working and lurking. Joe, Mike, and Dan, thanks for sharing that link. Thanks for sharing that link, Jen. Candy, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Glad you could stop by. All right, Jen, there you go. I'm caught up again. And I'm sure within a couple minutes, everybody's going to start chatting and I will not be caught up again. Or I'll just talk too much like I normally do. There's a 1% rule. 1% of people will follow you to another platform. Yeah, that sounds about right. We have our platform of choice, and a lot of people don't go back and forth. All right, time for Ed to do some work. He'll have me playing in the background on his work computer. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, like always. I always appreciate your support. It sucks. I hate when I get likes on Macari. I get the notification, and you're thinking, "Oh, just made a sale." Nope, just somebody else liking your product. Don't like it. Buy it. Yeah, I do that on YouTube. I will have if there's 3 people I like going live, like tonight on my computer, I'll probably have Shay's live on, and then another tab with Derek and Regina, and flip back and forth between the chats, flip back and forth on who I'm listening to at the time, listen for a few minutes here, and go back and forth. I kind of judge who I watch on YouTube when there's multiple lives based on how the chat's going. If the chat looks like it's getting interesting, there's definitely an interesting conversation going on, and that's who I'll listen to more at that time. He was had to stop and comment. He hates likes on Macari as well. Just make an offer at least. Yeah, it gets annoying. Like, who cares? Do you like it? Are you waiting for me to make you an offer now because you said you like something? Why not just tell me what you want to pay? The offer I send you might still be too high for your taste, which that's fine. But if you tell me you like it, to me, that means you want it, and I'm going to make you pay a little bit more for it if I do make an offer. So tell me what you're willing to pay, and then we'll negotiate. Don't just like an item. Because compared to eBay, I've got 1 or 2 sales my entire time on Macari from sending an offer to a liker. It just doesn't translate like it does on eBay, at least in my experience. I could be wrong. Jen always gets lost in the short videos on all of them. Joe, I do. I never have responses. Wait, I see. Never mind. I just answered it. Yep. Melanie, hey, how are you? Glad you could stop in. Thanks for showing up. Yep, and there's Abel's Treasures link, guys. Wow. Already an hour and a half. And time really flies in these lives when you got a chat that's talking and supportive and keeping you going, because things can definitely slow down when there isn't anybody talking. All right. We'll see. Is it 10th? All right. Yeah, my meeting got moved a little bit earlier. Okay, good. They said 10:30, but I swear I had. All right, so I'm looking at my calendar. I scheduled this meeting with the customer for 10 a.m. My account manager told him it was 11. It would like it moved to 10:30. So he just pushed our meeting back a half hour. I'm definitely going to call and yell at him. Like, I don't know if it's maybe because his boss couldn't do 10 o'clock. I really want to see now. I don't know, but I definitely need to find out about that after this thing. What is she up to now? Hey, how are you? Glad you could stop in. Thanks for showing up and supporting. It's 11:09 a.m., but that's Central Time Zone. All right. Yeah, I'm out here in the East, so it's 12. I love that name, though. Hi, what is she up to now? Because people are going to see that and go, what? Huh? What is that? Definitely going to have fun messing with this sales guy, though, because he has the most forgetful mind of anyone I've ever met. So he's going to be like, oh, man, it was 10 o'clock. That's exactly what it's going to be. Oh, man, I screwed up. It's just funny. The guy's like 67. He's just, a couple more years till he retires. So, yeah. Oh, your dad may join you tonight. All right. That's pretty cool. That'd be entertaining. How's Jake going to react to meeting dad? Glamma's Closet, how are you? Glad you could stop in. Think you could watch. Thank you for watching. I could tell I've been talking for too long. I'm starting to screw up everything. Yep, you're an hour ahead of me. Yep, we got that. Candy, he just subbed Fry Bread Power. Oh, there's Glamour's channel. Glad everybody could stop in today. So what do people have going on today? What are you working on? You outsourcing? You going to be sourcing this afternoon? Working on your shipping? What's going on? Figured I'd start working at this school's map a little bit and actually get a little bit done these last few minutes while we talk. Can't go full live without doing any work when I said I'm going to be working. I mean, how many times do we actually believe the person is going to work when they say a working hangout or a listing hangout? How many times do you actually believe them? Flip an account, and what's going on, Justin? How are you? How much more you got going out to Amazon, man? Or are you just doing FBM now on most stuff since it's full Q4 now? Glamma's listing. Justin never gets any work done during live. He doesn't even try. Yeah, I always try. Turns out to me just getting a little bit of work done. I don't get a lot, but I do get some. Like I created the building. I didn't put anything in the building yet, but I did create it. So I got a little bit done. Did respond to 2 emails too, so a little bit. It's almost too late to send stuff to FBA for Xmas at least. Is Amazon behind this year? Like, how are they in getting stuff checked in right now? Are they getting it checked in pretty quick? I actually have not sent anything to Amazon probably since like March. I was doing a lot of books last like November to March, and then by March I just was having more fun doing eBay. So I just really dove into eBay and kind of let Amazon go by the wayside. So how are they doing? Listing Lego and video games for, okay, fulfilled by merchant. It's too late for FBA now. So making a lot of trips to the post office then, I assume, Justin? They're always behind. Okay. Yeah, when I stopped, the couple Amazon facilities I sent to around here, the one was in Harrisburg, I think. That was the one I sent most of my stuff to. They had finally caught up from last season's debacle. And we're getting back to processing within 2 to 3 days. I haven't even tried. I wonder how many more there are to send to now around me, because it seems like there's new Amazon facilities popping up all over the Philadelphia area right now. Whenever you see their job postings, there's just more and more places you can go to work at Amazon. So they're definitely popping up all over around here. All right. On lunch break, headed to grab my pup from the groomer. I want to say hi. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. I really do. I will talk to you later for sure. Merch fulfill is much easier if I have the time, which I do now. So I'd rather FBM. All right. Do you make a little more with the FBM than you do FBA? I know the fee structure is different, but when you factor in the shipping, does it kind of offset? Or are you actually making merchant fulfilled? Accountant is buying lunch for everyone. Yeah, he's definitely making a lot more money than the YouTube pennies I'm chasing. He's got a great channel if you guys haven't checked him out. I'm sure most of you have. It's been amazing watching his growth this year. He grew fast, and it's been amazing to see. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Miss seeing Justin in chats. Justin used to be in all the chats with us, but he's a busy guy now, especially with Q4. Think going from AZ to CA. Turtle Trader. Candy wants to know if you have a channel. All right. Wow, really? miss you too. Just so busy with Amazon reselling. My YouTube has fallen by the wayside lately. Going to refocus in January. Justin, I feel like that's a lot of people when it comes to Q4, especially on the reselling side of the community of YouTube, because people are trying to make money. Like, it's our busiest time of year. You figure late November to early January, probably you're just really just nonstop trying to sell stuff. There's just not time to make videos and really focus on that video editing that you need to make quality. It's easier to get buy box if you're FBA and they get more money for it, but I think you get more selling FBM if they sell for same price. Okay. Yeah, I never tried it. I always just did books FBA, sent it in. I've got a bunch of books there now I got to take off because they're just getting, long-term storage fees now. That was the thing too. I've made a decent amount on Amazon with the books. I just didn't do a great job of making sure to only source good books. If I get back into it, I'll know better, like sales ranks and all that. But if I do Amazon in the new year, I'm going to focus on trying to get more categories and not just books. If he did, I would have shared it. Yeah, Jen knows everybody that's got a channel. If you have pricing for some motorcycle padded leather pants and comps. Oh, okay. FBM are all plush, so that's easy to pack and ship. I love, like, this week I've sold quite a few NASCAR and shocker. Couple other things, couple games, like board type game type things, and a couple plush. Well, how much, Chris? You hate hearing me say this, but how much I dislike plush. Plush has been super easy to sell, like ship. Those Squishmallows, I just literally just pop them in a bag and then pop them in another bag and then send them off. So easy. 158 subs with no content. That's awesome. Love Amazon FBA. See, I would probably shift towards FBA if I did Amazon more as well, just to take another shipping job off of my hands. Especially being part-time, it just seems like it'd be easier for me. The same with books now, just merch fulfill books. And plus, I don't have the storage. Our garage, you guys have seen it in my videos, it's a crap hole. It's packed with junk. So really can't store much more on top of what I'm selling on eBay. People are subscribing to it. I can't even find your channel. That's crazy if Jen can't find a channel. Rob scanned like 5 pallets of money and came out with 20 books. They were good ones, but lots of work. It is. That's why I kind of gravitated more towards eBay last end of winter, because I was getting annoyed with going to stores, scanning 6 or 7 bookshelves, and sometimes walking away with 1 or 2 books. Sometimes it would get disheartening, like, really, I'm putting in this work. Like, you'd still make profit when you look at the time you spent doing it and what you made. But it was just the emotional aspect of it where it's like, oh, I'm not finding anything, nothing. Even though you could spend a half hour, it just feels like a half hour scanning 7 bookshelves and not finding anything can feel like 2.5 hours. Just because you're like, really? And it just, time then starts to drag. Man. These turtles can swim. Back when the 3 dots worked. Wow. All right, let me count this again. 1, 2, 5. Local 23. Trying to figure out how many hallways are in this school. All right. You need to start a channel where you interview other resellers and call it "You Can't Store No More" about death piles. Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that probably have like no room at all. It's great. Like, now that my NASCAR haul has started to move so well, I've been able to keep consolidating boxes. So the one rack that I had all the NASCAR stuff in, it's probably only 2 or 3 shelves now of NASCAR. So I'm starting to get some other listed inventory up on that rack and off the floor where I can get to the other stuff in my pile that I just have not listed yet. Justin, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Yeah, for some reason, I don't get a notification anymore when any of that goes through. Yeah, it's weird. I don't get any notifications, and from PayPal in general, I have to take a look at that. I might accidentally turn it off. But Justin, I thank you. I truly appreciate that. Congrats again on all that success, man. I'm proud of you. Proud to see where that channel is going. It's so funny, like that. What is she up to now? Name. I see this. Like, David, hello. What is she up to now? Like, what? Oh wait, they're saying hello to you. Chucky, what's up, buddy? How are you? How's your day going? Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna be around for about another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go get some lunch before Joe and the boys go on. Seeing now, after I say I don't get the notifications, I get the email. It's just weird that my PayPal doesn't go off. There's Chuck's link. Definitely check Chuck out. And if all goes well, I will be on with Chuck and Nate next month. Fingers crossed it goes well with my sports scheduling. But yeah, that'll be a fun time to be with those two crazy guys. I've already thought about some things to go on the show with for Nate. Checking your channel because I followed you the other day and I like it. All right. If you're talking to me, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I do. And yes, like Jen says, thank you, Justin. Thank goodness I subscribed when the 3 dots work, Turtle. What are the 3 dots? I don't think I've seen that on YouTube, even on older channels. Then again, I haven't been around YouTube in a long time. I avoided it for a while. Mo, they truly are funny. They're a trip. I wish I was able to listen to more of them over the last few months, but it was always during football practice. Don't try anything inappropriate, Paul. We like to keep it clean. Oh, I know. I know. Everything I'm going to do or mention is clean. Completely clean. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Chuck. Guess you're just going to have to be wondering for the next month what I'm talking about. Yeah, Nate's a funny guy. So is Chuck. He used to take you to the person's channel. Oh, okay. Never knew that. The things you learn. See, that's how much work I've gotten done now. I'm trying to add an area, and I'm timed out for not being active. Oh, excuse me. Problem is with the 2 things now, I keep grabbing this mouse when I need to grab this mouse because they're both right next to each other. Oh, so you could subscribe. Okay, Jen. Maybe we need to do an intro without the camera. Nate's funny. Chuck is just eye candy. Okay. All right. But what about the videos, Chuck? Your pre-records, you're pretty funny. You are. The thumbnails. The thumbnails are pretty good. I do enjoy them. Love to see which one he comes up with when I'm on. That's why I started dropping links for everyone when YouTube took it away. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying now. Take some profits. Thanks for the love. Kept me entertained while listening. Heading out now. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Have a good day. Hopefully you find some good stuff if you're going sourcing. If not, hopefully you're bringing a bunch to the post office. I'll talk to you later. Now I'm the link. The link queen. Yes, you are. Jen, you are the link queen and king because none of the guys can do links as good as you do for us. Dina, how are you? Glad you could stop in. It was fun chatting with you and the boys yesterday. I appreciate it. It used to be much easier to subscribe. I was at 120 subs before I ever put a video out. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm behind. Like I never started actually watching like many chats and commenting until I decided to do videos. I'd watch some, but I never went into like lives and watched those. I've always been like a non-podcast type person, but that's obviously changed, and I enjoy listening to stuff like this in the background now. But yeah, it's funny how things change once you start doing that thing. All hail to the Link Queen. Good one, Turtle. Yes. Jen is great what she does for all of us. All right. 150. Jen had quite a few subs before she dropped the video. Yeah, I think before I dropped my first video, I probably only had like 5 or 6 subs. And that's because I just started like really starting to comment on people's videos. And I did start going to some lives like when I knew I for sure was about to make a video. And going into those actually kind of forced my hand. It made me do it. Like just stop doubting myself, stop making excuses on why I'm not going to make a video. It kind of just said, listen, here's all these other people doing it. Just do it. They're ready to support you. Just go make it. And it's worked out well. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Q. I appreciate it. By the way, the show is now on Chuck's new live channel this week. Oh, Chuck is now going with the 2 channels. Let me make sure I'm subscribed to that. Don't know if I am. Oh, I am. All right. Yeah, guys, go subscribe to that channel if you like watching Chuck and Nate. He's only at 31 subs. He normally has more than 30 people in that live some days. So you need to go check that out there. Who is the mystery guest this week? Huh. I have no clue who that is, Chuck. It's not me, guys. Honest, not me. I'm next month. Yeah, you might think I'm odd. I do videos and do my videos and lives for fun. I don't chase the pennies of YouTube. No, I don't think you're odd at all. I make the videos for fun. I do. The money will be a nice thing when if I get monetized. And that's the whole part of the Chasing YouTube Pennies name of this series of lives. It's just a joke to have fun with it. Just make it a little interesting and just crack up and also be real why I'm doing the lives. But it's just funny. I like the name. It's just a good joke. Trying not to get into the reseller YouTube drama. Yes, I think that's all of us. A lot of chats, when I see anything even start to talk about drama, I'm out. Me and Jennifer were having this conversation. What was it, Jen? 2 weeks ago? I was on the way to a customer listening to a live, and they were going on and on. This one live, every time certain people were on it, they always talk about the drama going on in the auctions and other people and how they act. And I just don't want to hear it, especially when I'm in the car on the way to a customer. No, I'm listening to somebody just relax, have fun, and laugh a little bit. So when I see drama in a chat or on the screen, I'm out. And right as I say that, Chuck says, the drama is the fun part. Am I going to make a new channel after I get my hours? I don't know. If I decide to do sports content, Jen, I will. I just don't know if I'm going to go that route yet or not. If I do sports content, I'll make another one for that. And then keep doing my reselling stuff here, because I'm not going to stop the reselling content. I do enjoy it. Don't do drama or loud in my chat or on my show. Yeah, pretty much. There's just no point in it. Like, why? We're all older. I don't know about any at the moment. Like I said, I try to stay out of it. I'm just saying in general, I don't do the drama. I don't go on a show when there's drama. Everyone is doing it, Jennifer. Now, Chris, like I said earlier, I will, just because I want to grow the YouTube, like the reseller channel. Then again, you never know if I don't know. YouTube's so finicky on content. Like, I don't know if it would actually let me truly go a reselling channel mixed with a sports channel. I don't know if it would. If it's not fun, don't do it. Exactly. That's why even right now you've seen me do maybe one video a week or one video every 10 days because I don't have as much fun making videos when I pick and do what's sold as I do when I'm going out garage sales or thrifting. And I just haven't been able to do thrifting recently. So it's one video every 7 to 10 days because those videos are kind of boring to me to make. Yeah, Chuck's not a fan of drama. Joe's still here. Yeah, Paul, spill the tea. No tea here. Yeah, it was mainly the auction community. And I know nothing about the auction community too. So at the same time, I don't want to hear it. Now, if I'm part of that community and you're telling me certain people you want to stay away from, all right, I'll listen. But nah, that conversation, I had to go. I actually turned back on the regular radio and listened to music instead. Chuck, we're supposed to reveal that information next month. What are you doing giving that out now? Come on, man. Save the drama for your mama. I don't pick and choose sides. I like everyone unless you do something to me personally. Pretty much. That's how I am. Very diplomatic, like Tommy said earlier. Even with people, I'll get along with you. Until you do something wrong with me, I have no problem with you. This is my getaway from life's craziness. Why add drama when I'm trying to have a good time? Exactly, Mel. We're here for fun. That's what YouTube is to me. YouTube is entertainment, like I'm watching TV, like I'm watching a movie, like I'm watching a sports game. It's entertainment. No auction community for a while now. I choose just certain ones. I enjoy the chat. All right. Yeah, when I do pop into auctions, I'm usually in chats for like 5 minutes because also there's not as much conversation because people are trying to bid and win items. And I don't like to stick around and wait for an item to be done and then go back to chatting with people. And I don't want to interrupt. Utah Bolton, go on. What's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Joe Deals. What's up, man? I am doing good. Hope you are as well. Appreciate you stopping in. What is she up to now? She does not do any selling, but I like your chat because I can learn things and it's a relaxing chat. And yes, I mean this to you. Yeah, earlier I just got lost. I got behind. It all happens in these lives. Yeah, try to keep it relaxing here. And I've been told before my voice is very one tone and very, I don't know about soothing, but it can put you to sleep. And I believe it. I know when I listen to my videos afterwards, I go, oh, I'm so boring. Something I'm working on, trying to get a little more emotion into videos, especially on the pre-records. Just to keep it interesting. All right, so I see it as 12:33 now. Just imagine if you had 300 in the chat. Oh my God. See, and that's a chat I don't even think I would enjoy because I'm not even going to be able to have fun chatting with the people I want to chat with because that thing's going to be moving so quick. And then the smart ass comments I make that, Misha loves, not as many people are going to see them because it just flies so quick. So you can't enjoy it. But yeah, I see it's 12:34 now. Guys, I'm going to get going. I want to get something to eat before 1 o'clock when Joe, the Philly picker, his show starts. So if you're around at 1 o'clock and still want something to watch on YouTube in the background, definitely check out Philly Picker, his live. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a good time. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next live. Maybe tomorrow if I get back early enough from my appointment. If not, definitely Friday. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one.